This is what I wanted to discuss. Because this is like, we weren't going to do an episode, and then Eric sent me this photo, and I'm like, all right, I need to know what side Brian's
Then
on.
you got fired up.
Yeah, I did. I got fired up.
Like, nobody should look at things in real life.
Well, because, not to mention, my cousin Mike from Canada texted me today. This is why it was a culmination of shit. My cousin Mike from Canada texted me today. I gotta get the text. It was a photo of his lawn, and he was just like, "Look how cool! Look how nice this looks."
All right. Are you really comparing me looking at the memorial?
Yes. Only because it kind of coincides.
Totally the same.
Your cousin's grass.
Hold up. He goes, check this turf out. All right, there's. You see it?
That's a nice lawn.
Yeah. So if you could see, I know there's a glare, but there's okay.
It's a great looking lawn.
That's a nice lawn. It's cut really well.
He goes, fresh cut.
Landscape.
He goes, fresh cut. Love it. I go, wow, amazing lawnmower work. Who gives a shit?
He had to know sending that to you, like that was gonna be your response.
And he
Both got a great point though. That's a great lawn, and also you're an asshole. So
and then he goes, let's see your shit, grass. So I go, grass dies. I don't care that much. He goes, it also lives a nice, healthy summer if properly maintained. I fertilize that shit, pull weeds and water it. So then I sent the fucking SpongeBob thing of no one cares.
That's like the abusive father who you just want his approval and he just won't give it to you. Like you're the vice president of the U.S. Yep. He's like, why are you not president?
Then I got mad. Then I got mad that so Schneider, I was like, hey man, you want to come on and discuss this whole? I explained what I want to discuss. He goes, I'm at a drive-in movie, a tenant. I go, you're at a drive-in movie with your tenant? He goes, no, the movie The Tenant. I go, I don't know why I was so mad. I go, it probably sucks. I hope you end up in a scene from Twister.
I actually picture him as a tenant, just park over here.
Yeah.
Park over here.
So that
movie does seem cool.
you can go over there like
that movie does seem cool.
It really does, yeah.
I would see it.
I want to watch it.
Yeah, I'll wait till Redbox. So then Eric texts me.
Years from now.
I have no issue with taking. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what my problem is.
That hates pictures.
I just don't care about certain things I should care about. It's not like I don't. It's not like I get angry at people posting stuff. It's just I'm not interested in so much stuff that people tend to be interested in. I don't care about the Eric, you posted the flashback recently of the eclipse, and you were still one of the coolest things I've ever.
It was the coolest thing I've seen in real life.
That was legitimately cool though.
You know where I was? I was in Florida when that happened, and we were at dinner. My wife goes, "Oh, the eclipse is out." I go, "Great, we're gonna be late for dinner." I didn't give a fuck. I don't care about that shit.
Two things there. One, when I posted that, there were people in New Jersey who had an 8% eclipse, right? So it's you look up, it's a little shine, you're whatever. But a total eclipse, you can't explain it. I went into it. I was like, all right, we're going camping, we're gonna hang out, whatever. And all of a sudden I was like, all right, this eclipse is coming. We're playing Can Jam, hanging out, and all of a sudden it got dark out. All of the birds started, the crickets were going crazy. It was one of the weirdest things. It got really cool out. And Scott's sitting here this is so uninteresting, right? So then the street lights went on, all this type of shit, and then you look up and you see the sun. You've never seen anything like that before. And you see the light shooting outside around the moon, right?
Was it really the coolest thing you've ever seen?
Yes. Yeah. You know why it's the coolest? Because I could go to some mountain somewhere and you could, all right, I'm going to book a flight and see it next Friday. You can't just do that with this. It was one of the coolest, most bizarre things I've ever seen in my life. And at the end, it's called the diamond. You're watching the shit, probably partially blinded from it, and it just shoots light out. You see solar flares and shit, and then all of a sudden it's just regular sun, and then it's daylight again. It went from regular morning time to nighttime for 15, 20 minutes. It was the weirdest thing.
As cool as that sounds, and it does. I couldn't be less fucking interested. I did. If someone was to say, hey, there's an eclipse outside, the world's watching it, and the end of fucking a Simpsons episode, I'd be, yeah, I gotta finish this episode. Like, I don't care about shit like that. Like, is it I'm in the wrong, Brian? Like, have I changed, Brian, or have I always been like this?
Seriously, no, you know what the thing is? I guess we all kind of have a degree of this. Like, the things, we have, like, I feel like people in general have, like, two sides to them. You have, like, one representative that, like, it's like when somebody shows you a picture of their baby. You're like, it's more acceptable to be like, oh, he or she is so cute. But, like, inside you're like, I don't care. Like, it looks like a baby. But it's not acceptable to just say that.
Right.
But the thing with you is,
I would never say that about a kid, though. Like, I wouldn't.
No, I'm just using that as an example, but, like, that's extreme.
Brian hates babies.
Don't show Brian your baby.
Don't ever show me your baby. It looks like an alien. No, but, like, you have like, you're not able to be like, it's a mundane thing. Like, when your cousin sends you the picture of his lawn, you're like, a fucking lawn. I don't give a shit.
Right. But what am I supposed to do? Like, how are you supposed to respond to something like that?
Well, in my defense, you said, hey, podcast, I want to have a whatever talk at this point. Yeah. And I sent you a picture to show, I said maybe 9:30, and I sent.
And then you had to send a picture to show what you were up to and why it was 9:30.
Why I would be late, because I'm in Jersey City looking at two beautiful beams. I'm not just sitting here on the couch. It's like
beautiful beams.
Can I ask you, Eric? Can I ask you? Yeah. When you press send to me, what did you think of the reaction? Like,
I was on cloud nine. Actually, that sounds really bad because it's a tragedy. But just seeing the whole city that way, and like how bright New York City is, and to see the beams literally like outshine everything. All the buildings look dull, and like you see the whole length of the city, and there's people like having picnics and hanging out and whatever. It was just a cool thing. I said this to Scott, stupid.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that. Do not put words in my mouth.
So un-American.
No, Scott said.
I said seen it 50 times today on Facebook. Like,
that is true. Yeah.
Right. Like, so like, I didn't know if that's what you. I didn't know if you were there or if like you just showed me another picture.
But I said,
so I was like, all right, I've seen this.
Here's a conversation. Closer to 9:30. Yeah. Okay. Not for tonight. Maybe next week. And I sent him this picture. And he goes, yeah, I've seen that photo like 50 times on Facebook. I said, but I took this one. He said, you know me well enough to know stuff like this doesn't wow me. He goes, I hate scenery. LOL.
I do. That's
all right. Hold on. Let's look at the other side of the coin. What are the things that wow you? Like, what is something that like?
I don't know.
Have you never seen anything that you were just like, holy shit?
I was trying to think of that because it's not like I'm against I don't want to make it seem like I'm against these beams in New York being put up. I'm happy they decided to fucking do it. Like, that would have been horrible if they.
Scott hates light. Don't show him light.
So like, it just like brought me to a place where I'm not in awe about stuff like that. It doesn't, like, I don't pull the car over for shit like that. Like, wow, look at the sun tonight. It's bright red. I just don't keep driving. Fucking move. Who gives a shit? Like, that's just
but you'll pull the car over if there's a spider.
Absolutely. I killed a spider today in this basement more than you could possibly kill a spider. Like, I saw it.
What could you have done more than squish it?
Well, first of all, we'll get to what I do. We'll get to what I do to spiders when we're done. Because, like, listen, me and spiders have a great understanding. If I don't see you, you live. That's just what it is. So I saw it. I sprayed it with a spider killer. I have a specific spider killer spray. Then I sprayed it as it was crawling.
You smell really good.
Raid.
This is bad.
And the raid wasn't spray, so it like shot out like piss, like, and then it was just like sitting there. Then I put a coaster on top of it and stepped on it. And then what I do with spiders is I throw them in the toilet and I go on them. Yeah.
That's terrible.
Well, I
hate something that much.
In my mind, it's like, all right, if there's another spider watching from the corner of the room, they know not to fuck with me.
So you just hold poop. Like, I
seen by this guy.
Just in case you see a spider, you hold it.
I'll push him out.
I hope you blow out your O-ring and reverse the raid by accident.
Oh man, no, back to scenery. Back to scenery. Yeah, I don't like scenery.
What I said to Scott, he's like, "Why do you?" He said it in such a Scott fucking way. He said it. Where is he? I do have questions on what draws you to scenery. Like, I go, how does anyone answer that? He goes, what's so interesting about this stuff? So
yes, like when you were in Arizona and shit, like remember where you were like giving me all these places to visit and like, yeah, I climbed up to that rock with a hole in it and I was like, cool. Then I fucking walked back down. Like
you were in Phoenix though. Phoenix
right, but you're more like into that stuff. Like, wow, this is so cool.
Phoenix isn't the biggest like thing. Like Sedona is bigger, beautiful. Like Phoenix is very like. Okay,
but what enamors you about it? Because you've traveled all 50 states. I mean,
not a big deal. But I was explaining to you earlier. It's like the energy of it. I guess it's kind of like watching the Super Bowl or watching the World Series or being at the Super Bowl or being at the. You know what I mean? Like that is a difference. You're sitting there like, yeah, I don't know why these idiots are at this game, and then when you're there, you're like, this is fucking awesome. Like it's completely.
But something's happening. Like when you're just being around nature, it's just like
also pictures do not do justice. It sounds dumb. When I was in Alaska, the Canadian Rockies, it's like you see shit. It's like the word awesome is thrown around too much all the time, but like it's so awesome, like you can't comprehend everything that you're looking at all the time. And when you take a picture, like I'm gonna send this to Scott. You send a picture, this giant 7,000, 8,000 foot mountain is like this big. And you know what I mean? And it's like, it's small, it's unimpressive, and you're like, I would never do that. So,
it's only like captivating when you're there, like when you're seeing it. It's like when people take pictures of like sunsets.
Yeah.
Like if you see like the sky in a way, you're looking at it, you're there, you're like part of it for the most part, and you're taken back by it. But like if you send that picture to someone, they're just gonna be like, all right.
Yeah. You're not, they're like, I'm not there. That's a big problem. It's like, let me share this experience with you, even though you're not here. Like I've never been to Italy. I want to go to Italy, but people send me pictures. Hey, look, I'm in Italy, and I'm like, I can't appreciate it because I've never been there. I don't know what it's really like.
Yeah.
But like, even like I like to go hiking and travel and all that stuff. If I haven't been to the place and people send it to me, I'm like, that's cool. But if I go there and see it, I'm like, wow, this is fucking cool.
Yeah.
I have zero desire to go to Italy. Absolutely. Zero fucking desire.
What do you have a desire to do or see?
I don't want to see any. Like I am not a tourist guy. Like I don't care about things like that. And this isn't me just like putting on an act. Brian, you've known me long enough. Like I don't care about shit like that. Like I don't know why. Like, oh, the Grand Canyon. Yeah, it's a fucking hole. I don't care. Like, it doesn't do it for me. And Eric will be like, but when you're standing there, you realize how little you are as a human.
It's beautiful. Actually, when I went there, it was the cloudiest day it's ever seen, and I didn't even see the Grand Canyon. So that's funny.
All right, when we went to Bermuda for our honeymoon, they have like this one beach that's entirely pink sand. You know, like that's like their thing. It's a pink sand beach. And I was like, this is pretty cool. So I got on the beach. And then after I laid there for like 10 minutes, I'm like, all right, this is just another beach. The sand's pink. Who gives a shit? Like, that's where my mind went. Like, it didn't do it for me.
You got to think of like, how often are you going to see a pink sand beach?
Once. And that's all I need.
But that's what I'm saying. But like if you stay in that, like just be in the moment. Don't worry about, oh, this is just a regular beach. I'm just gonna go see beaches all the time, whatever. It doesn't matter, you know.
Yeah. It's cool.
You know what I get excited about? Gift shops. I really am. I'm a big gift shop guy.
Scott loves pencils.
I love a good coffee mug.
Knowing Scott, this is something you will appreciate. So I've always wanted to see the Grand Canyon. I finally went, and this is what I saw.
What is that?
That's awesome.
So you didn't even see it? That's phenomenal.
I sat there like, yo, this is it.
That's what you fucking get for going to look at a hole. Like, seriously.
Yeah, but then it eventually cleared up. But the
hole was foggy.
Yeah, whoop-de-doo.
Cool.
But
what's your favorite thing to get in a gift shop?
No, what I usually do in gift shops is I pick up a lot of things and never buy them and then just put them back. Like you know what I'm talking about now. Like you'll be like, "Ooh, this looks good," and then like you realize.
Did you never get it?
Well, the last time I was at a gift shop and I bought something, I went to Kentucky in 2016, and like this is one of the last times I bought something there because like I was humiliated. So I bought, and Glikos was there; he could attest to this. I bought like a mug, it was, and like a shot glass. But in order to buy the shot glass, you needed an ID. I don't know why, but like I gave it to the lady, and she looked at my ID and she goes, "Oh, that's a mug shot."
That's awesome.
I was like, I'm never buying anything again. No, I like coffee mugs. I'm a big coffee mug and beer mug guy.
When I moved out west, my plan was to get a coffee mug from every city. I was driving around with like 15 coffee mugs. I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do with them?
I don't even.
They all look the same. It was so stupid. I ended up getting rid of it.
Brian, that's a good question. Have I ever been like in awe of something? Like, I don't know. Like, you know what I like? I'm a fan of nostalgia, like board games and shit like that. If that makes sense. Like, if you find me like a Monopoly from like 1940, like to me that shit's cool. Like, if it was like a board game museum and stuff.
What about when we went to the Museum of Natural History?
Hit or miss. I could have read all that shit in a book.
But no. But the day, like when we saw like the dinosaurs, like the bones, like that didn't. There was nothing. Like nothing hit you. Like holy shit, this thing fucking existed.
By that was on like the last floor. By that point, I wanted to leave. So no, it didn't do it for me. After
that
20,
our train was on fire.
Yeah, after 20 minutes in that place, I was okay with leaving. That was that.
That place was fucking awesome.
Yeah, it was whatever. Like I don't know. It's just too much.
You know, like the beach.
No, the beach stinks.
He hates the
beach fucking maybe if I was better looking, I'd like it more. But boy, I fucking hate it.
Scott lives in New Jersey. He hates New York. He hates the beach.
I don't hate New York. The older you get, you realize how inconvenient it is to go into New York. Like it's a pain in the ass. And it sucks because everybody not from around here is like, oh, let's go to New York when they come here. And you're like, I don't fucking want to go to New York.
I have to go there every day.
Yeah, it really is a headache. Either way you go in. If you take the fucking train, it's just, an hour and a half to 2 hours. And then if you drive in, all the fucking tolls and traffic. And
yeah. Saturday and Sunday, I stayed at my friend's. And we just had like brunch. We all got fucked up because we had off Monday.
That's cute.
And I left this place at like 7:00, and he's on the Upper East Side. And I was like, all right, see you later. And he's like, yeah, I'm gonna go to bed. Like we're at his place with his girl. And he's about to go to sleep. And I was like, it's gonna take me 2.5 hours to get home. It was awful. I immediately was like, I was fucked up. I missed my stop because they actually cleaned the subways and it was like soap still. And I was like, this is so clean. And I'm just staring at the ground. I was supposed to stop at 34th, ended up at 14th, missed my stop, had to spin around. My phone's on 1%. I have my fucking train ticket on my phone, so I'm panicking. It was just
oh god,
the whole experience of shit. And then you have to have a mask the whole time. And then I had to stop in Summit, hop on a bus, get a bus to New. It is a pain in the dick.